Good afternoon. I'm Rusty Hike, Bellevue Mayor. I'd like to take this opportunity to give you an update on the coronavirus and how it's impacting Bellevue. This afternoon, we're joined here by Bellevue City Administrator Jim Ristow, Bellevue Emergency Operations Director Mark Elbert, Bellevue Fire Chief Perry Guido, Bellevue Police Department Captain Tim Melvin. As of today, March 17th, 2020, at 3:45 p.m., there are no confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Bellevue or Sarpy County. Please do not give in to rumors. Always check our city webpage for up-to-date information. Bellevue will join the state and national fight to keep this virus from spiking and creating havoc with our medical institutions. This will save a lot of lives, and not just those suffering from the virus, but those in need of a hospital bed when their life depends on it. I can assure you the City of Bellevue officials and first responders are continuing to meet daily, sometimes on an hourly basis, to stay on top of the challenges our community is faced with. Our team does not stop with just Bellevue, as we are in constant contact with our federal delegation, our state senators, county leaders, other municipality leaders, local officials, and other local government entities such as the CDC and DHHS. We are working hard to provide our city's first responders with the tools they need to safely assist those in need while keeping themselves safe and our community safe. Our work does not stop there. We are continuing to run all city departments at full strength at this time. Our partnerships with the Chamber remains vital as we help with our local businesses. We are working with other community outreach programs to assist where needed. All capital improvement projects are being constructed as scheduled, and we are here for whatever you need us for. The following is a joint message and press release between Sarpy County, Bellevue, Papillion, La Vista, Gretna, Plattsmouth, and Springfield. Following guidance from Governor Pete Ricketts, the Centers for Disease Control, and the Sarpy Cass Department of Health, the chief elected officials from these jurisdictions strongly recommend that all public gatherings and events should be limited to 10 people. This recommendation applies to all restaurants and bars within these jurisdictions. With the St. Patrick's Day holiday today, and in the interest of limiting the spread of COVID-19, it is vital the public observes this recommendation. We totally understand the financial hardship this puts on our business community, but at this time, our priority is the safety and the health of our residents. At this time, I would like to ask the following individuals to give a brief update on their individual department information. I'll have Captain Melvin come up first, and then Chief Guido. Captain Melvin.
Thank you. The Bellevue Police Department continues to respond to calls for service by the public. Public safety is our number one priority, and there are officers that are patrolling 24 hours a day. There is no change to our mission of providing public safety to the city. We have changed a few procedures to protect the public and officers from the COVID-19 virus. Officers may be taking some reports over the phone rather than responding to the scene on a case-by-case basis. All in-progress calls and emergencies will continue to get an immediate police response. Officers have been issued personal protective gear for use if needed, and we are following the CDC guidelines to help reduce the risk of exposure to the virus. If you contact the police for a non-emergency response, the officer may try to handle it over the phone, or if they respond to the scene, they may ask you to step outside for the safety of you and for them. We ask the public to remain calm and to stay home if they don't need to be out.
Thank you, Captain Melvin. Chief Guido with the Fire Department.
Obviously, this is a new experience for the fire department and for the world in modern times. And so some of the procedures and things that we've looked at are stockpiling our medical supplies. We've been doing this for the past month, which include N95s and the support equipment for the COVID-19 virus, which would be IV bag solutions, those types of things. We're also reviewing our procedures for dispatching personnel. As as we prepare for this, and if things get worse and we start to have large volumes of emergency calls, we will be changing our dispatching procedures, the number of people that respond to a call. We are also looking at alternative vehicles if we need them. And then we're working with 911 on a daily basis for call screening as things change throughout the country. Scheduling meetings with hospitals is also some of the things that we're doing to talk about the contingency plans that will be put in place for overflow. And we're trying to protect, obviously, the citizens from cross-contamination, which means that we have to protect the first responders themselves. And so we're doing things like social distancing. At the fire stations, we've eliminated public access unless there's an emergency. We've secured the point of entries with the fire stations. We're doing temperature checks. All that's designed so that our first responders remain healthy so they can respond to your emergencies and eliminate any possibility of cross-contaminations. We're meeting daily and sometimes hourly within our own department to adjust to the changes that are happening rapidly around the country. We're also communicating with other fire departments around the country who have already experienced the effects of COVID-19, and we're identifying their best practices that have been successful in maintaining their staffing levels. We're also reviewing our mutual aid agreements with the neighboring fire departments to maximize our response to COVID-19.
Thank you, Captain Melvin and Chief Guido, for that. I'm going to go over some of the city-related closures, cancellations, and some general information. The Bellevue Public Library will be closing today at 6 p.m. and stay closed until at least April 1st, 2020. At that time, a reassessment of the situation will take place, and we'll see if it's appropriate to reopen. The Reed Center will be closing Sunday, March 22nd. All other Bellevue City offices will remain open at this time. However, we strongly encourage citizens to conduct as much business as possible by phone or via the website at www.bellevue.net. I cannot stress enough that if you're experiencing a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please do not enter other public venues. The governor has given an executive order to allow city meetings by using conference calling and remote voting, and we intend to keep city government going. The City of Bellevue is working with its employees and departments on updated sick leave policies and safety procedures due to the uncertainty of the coronavirus. If you are a citizen and are able to volunteer for community outreach such as delivering meals, please leave your contact information at info@bellevue.net. We will continue to keep the citizens of Bellevue updated regularly. Always feel free to call the Mayor's Hotline at 402-591-4535 or email the city at info@bellevue.net if you have specific concerns or questions. Administrator Ristow, do you have anything you want to add?
I'm going to introduce Mark Elbert here in a second, but 2 days ago or yesterday morning we opened up our Emergency Operations Center, which our Community Development Director and our Emergency Manager is overseeing, along with establishment of a pandemic leadership operational team, and I'll let Mark talk a little bit about that. But our main message is while we're working 24/7 here, we've got a lot of professionals behind me here that are working around the clock to ensure that the right things are being done. So a lot of preparation and planning. I guess if there's a bottom message for our public is to prepare and plan, don't panic. And we'll navigate our way through that. The other side of this is a very fluid, growing pandemic that we have to keep our eye on. So we're monitoring and working with other agencies to ensure that we do all the right things as we move along. But I could have Mark Elbert talk a little bit about our Emergency Operations Center, as well as how that's working with the public, as well as with our own city staff here. So, Mark?
Thank you, Jim. With the declaration that was signed this morning, declaring the emergency in the city by the mayor, that did officially open our Emergency Operations Center, although it had been meeting leading up to this. Those meetings have been taking place weeks leading up to this, and in the most recent days, it seems like we're meeting around the clock or hourly, as this is a very fluid situation that changes at a moment's notice. We're dealing with specific facts, objective information, not rumors, and we're trying to run those things down to make sure we're making our decisions based on the best information that we have. We're trying to do the best we can to ensure that we are safe and we continue to deliver the services to the city to the best of our ability with your safety in mind. We will continue to meet and deal with the information as it comes in and make those decisions in the days ahead. Again, this is very fluid, and I would encourage you to get your information from reliable sources such as the CDC or Sarpy Cass Health Department, or contact the city. In closing, as difficult as this is right now, I would anticipate in the days ahead that we'll have more challenges, and we will get through this. We will absolutely get through this, and I'm confident that we will come out of this on the back end in great shape. To reiterate Mr. Ristow's comments, don't panic, stay calm, we're going to get through it. So with that, Mayor.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Jim. So once again, Bellevue nor Sarpy have any confirmed cases of COVID-19 at the current time. We are lucky so far, but know that can change in the next hour. We are mindful of the hardships this pandemic is creating and will not only work hard to keep you safe, but work equally hard to keep commerce moving as possible. Keep in mind, these times are unprecedented and circumstances can change at a moment's notice. Wash your hands, keep surfaces clean, give you and others space, self-quarantine if you are sick, and check in on others. We will come through this stronger than ever. Thank you.